Welcome to the Chapter 8 summary of Butler's DMT Field Guide. The title of this chapter is Psychonaut's Logbook: Advice, Guidance, and Lessons Learned. This chapter is a short chapter with a couple bullet points of lessons that I've learned on some of my DMT sessions. At some point I will expand on this chapter. The best way for me to summarize this chapter is to simply read the bullet points. I begin the chapter. Here are some little morsels of information that may be helpful, funny, or enlightening, in no particular order of importance. Don't drink ice-cold liquids while under the effects of DMT, unless you are prepared for it. I was just coming out of a trip and took a sip of ice-cold water, and holy shit, felt the chill in every cell of my body. It was very unpleasant. It was a very unpleasant shock to my otherwise warm, blanketed body. Every sensation will be extremely exaggerated, including pain. After getting a tattoo, I took a big hit of DMT and instantly felt every needle prick I received from that tattoo session. Being the masochist that I am, I actually enjoyed the flush of heat and sensation, but it was not something that I was expecting. On a similar note, there was an evening that I planned on doing DMT, but decided not to because of a nasty hangnail on my thumb that was throbbing. If I could already feel pressure in my heartbeat in my thumb before DMT, the pain would be unbearable during a DMT session. Again, every sensation will be extremely exaggerating, including those induced by psilocybin mushrooms. I love combining DMT and shrooms. I wait until the peak of my shroom trip and then take a couple big hits of DMT. This technique is probably best left for the more experienced psychonauts, but if you feel like you may be ready for a truly mind-altering experience, this will certainly provide a powerful combination of effects. It's very easy to make your own custom vape pen, without having to buy a special rig or setup. Most standard 510 thread THC or CBD cartridges have a mouthpiece that can be unscrewed or pulled off. Once you have used up all the original oil in the cartridge, you may also buy them new and unused. You can take the top off and carefully fill it back up with DMT crystals. Once the crystals are in the cartridge, heat it up with a hair dryer and the crystals will turn into oil. The crystals will start to congeal in cooler temperatures. However, you can easily remelt as needed using a hair dryer, car heating vents, or carefully a lighter. Adding a drop or two of vape pen oil solvent can help prevent congealing backup. Be careful if using a lighter. Many cartridges are made of plastic and can melt. Try to remove all potential annoyances in the environment that you are about to have your session in. Make sure there are no flies or mosquitoes in the room that will piss you off. Make sure your phone ringer and alarms are off to prevent you from being jarred out of a pleasant train of thought. If you are listening to a wireless speaker, make sure it is fully charged. The last thing you want to hear 7 minutes and 22 seconds into a meditative trance is "battery low" in the voice of your least favorite middle school teacher. That or a spam phone call about your utility bill. Don't freak out if your DMT crystals turn into DMT wax. Higher temperatures and higher humidity can and will change the consistency. In my experience, this does not alter the strength of the DMT and does not really change how you smoke or vape it. Ayahuasca can sneak back up on you after you think the journey is over. I drank a pretty large dose one evening and had a wonderful 4 to 5 hour session on the beach. I then went to sleep thinking I had completed most of my trip. I woke up about 2 hours later in complete pandemonium and chaos. I woke up in the middle of a mental mindfuck. It took me a moment to realize where I was and what the hell was happening. It was not that I had a quote-unquote bad experience. It was more like I was waking up after being thrown from a plane and was in free fall. After the initial shock of seeing the ground coming at me at the speed of gravity, I could reach back and open my parachute and compose myself. Have a pen and paper ready to record your journey. Keeping a journal to record your sessions is a great way to document your DMT-induced self-actualization. There will be words and phrases that keep being repeated in your head when you are in the deepest depths of a DMT session. I suggest writing them down for further reflection and integration into your life. 3-word phrases repeated 3 times was something that seemed to happen often with myself and friends as we were coming out of the DMT session. I love you, I love you, I love you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Down the middle, down the middle, down the middle. It just is, it just is, it just is are some examples. Taking a hot shower or bath is highly enjoyable shortly after smoking DMT. Use some common sense to prevent slipping on a wet floor or getting your pipe or pen wet. But done properly, this can be a very relaxing experience. This is probably best done with a partner for added protection and potential pleasure. Being overwhelmed with emotion and crying is very common as you come out of a DMT session. Be very careful about blowing your nose too hard. I made a slightly aggressive blow into a tissue, and the following sensation in my sinus area was not pleasant. Stare into a campfire or fireplace to relax and contemplate life while on DMT. Your efforts will be worth your time. Don't assume everyone will be quote-unquote cool with you using DMT or talking about it. Not everyone will be.